Every time. It's like I hit record and then you know that it's your cue. Hey ghosts, this is your captain talking, and welcome aboard our maiden voyage into failed TV pilots. Before creating an entire series of a TV show, the creators have to make one episode that captures the tone, the feeling, the mood, and convinces the commissioner that it's actually worth making the entire show. Many shows sadly don't make it past this stage, but lucky for us, we live in the future and can access everything, everywhere, all of the time. Today, we're gonna watch some failed TV pilots. Amazing Screw-On Head is from the mind of Mike Mignola, who's best known for creating Hellboy. This is a pilot made for the Sci-Fi Channel in 2006, based on a comic Mignola made in 2002 that apparently never quite took off. The intro sequence is narrated by the character of Abraham Lincoln, and it doesn't make it any clearer what's actually going on.
There are two histories, one that is told and one that isn't. I, Abraham Lincoln, do order that America's strangest, most secret histories will only be recorded in one book. These are the adventures of the amazing Screw-On Head.
Yes, sir.
Tell me what you know about the Kazakhstan fragment.
It was fun enough that Screw-On Head pogoed into the room, but Abe Lincoln is a postbox? His mouth and eyes are flaps. So Screw-On Head can screw his head onto different bodies to do different things. That's kind of cool. This woman sits on a throne of rats, has Kiss-style makeup, and tiny little bat wings. Don't Chekhov's gun me with these wings, I need them to work. We dive into a flashback of these two very quickly.
You make me feel alive and full-bodied. I look into your eyes and see there's a life outside my head. I love it.
This gets brutal fast.
Mine now.
They did not just end this brutal attack with men now.
Damn you, Mr. Manifold! Excuse me. Damn you, Emperor Zombie!
How did this not get picked up?
The head I fell in love with was so much more chatty. But that was before you allowed me to be turned into the foul beast that stands before you.
Why would her personality change when she became a vampire? Surely they can still have a relationship. Screw-On Head doesn't have blood.
Who's there? What is the meaning of this?
I am not sure what's going on here. This one guy is inside a tank thing, and the bad guy, I think, is asking for information. Guy in the tank won't give it up, so the bad guy says, I'm gonna smoke you. So the monkey turns a wheel, and the guy turns to smoke, and the bad guy smokes him. And now the bad guy knows everything the guy who just got smoked knows. And the other characters, including the monkey who was complicit in the smoking, are all confused.
There's actually a little joke in here. Gun was funny.
I kinda love this show.
The nature of this investigation has become much too personal.
Lincoln is a person now, so the flap thing is just a communication device? Kinda want one. The art style is gorgeous, the bad guy is so much fun, and the sense of humour is really on point. It's quite contemporary. However, Screw-On Head is a bit meh, and the whole thing is very patriotic to the US.
We're coming for you, America!
The first time he did something super patriotic, I thought, okay, maybe it's a satire, maybe it's parodying like that all-American superhero kind of stuff. But then it just began to feel genuine as the show went on. If I was a commissioner, I would tell them to keep the sense of humour and keep all the weirdness. That's amazing. Lower the patriotism a little bit because it's too much. And make the whole thing an allegory about how the internet gives us access to everything we've ever wanted, but we have to be careful with that power. So this next one is a little bit different. It is a misguided attempt to give Orson Welles a Tonight Show, where he would interview celebrities and kind of have varied entertainment along the way. The copy on YouTube is terrible quality, and to be fair, it might not be all of the show. So I'm just gonna judge what I'm presented with. It starts out with Orson standing in the center of an audience, forcing some creative camera angles that never let you get a good view of him. And all this panning is slightly dizzying. Burt Reynolds comes out and Orson comments on how they're wearing the same thing.
It's embarrassing, these two red shirts.
And then they immediately take questions from the audience. There is nothing that Orson Welles wants to ask him.
With all your planning and everything, I know everyone here in the audience wants to know how you both ended up with red shirts and the same colored jackets.
This red shirt joke has got way too much mileage for what it is. We get it. You had nothing to ask Burt Reynolds, so you were using the wardrobe to create some sort of entertainment. This is like being at a family get-together where everybody repeats the same small talk over and over because nobody has anything to actually say.
Somebody asked Burt what he thought of critics.
It looks like we are done with Burt Reynolds. Like, all there was the shirt thing and then it's over.
I came with my own jokes, you know.
Low burlesque comedy. What happened to high wit?
I brought my own special material. And I hired my writer, Gags Beasley.
Not Gags Beasley.
Gags Beasley.
So we're now getting a meta joke with the Muppets where they're so concerned about telling good jokes that they just waffle on about telling good jokes rather than actually telling good jokes. The Muppets are better than this.
Pure luck.
This is completely unhinged.
Fire! Target! Target! Target!
I'm surprised that he hasn't shouted so hard that she's accidentally pulled the trigger and shot him.
Time now to say goodnight, except it's not exactly time. In television, as you know, they do everything by the clock, and now they tell me there's an extra 60 seconds or so, and what to do with that?
So Orson is trying to round off the show on a light note, and he's doing a bit about there only being 1 minute left, and he doesn't know what to do with it. The thing is, Orson, this takes over 2 minutes for you to do.
Jenny kissed me when we met, jumping from the seat she sat in. Time, you thief who love to get sweets into your list.
Yeah, I don't think a somber poem was really the right way to round this off. And the audience sound a bit perplexed at the end. And then suddenly relieved that the show was over.
Jenny kissed me. Good night.
I'm not surprised this wasn't commissioned. It was misguided for the time, and also Orson Welles is not the guy to pull this off. I can't believe that I haven't heard of Heat Vision and Jack before now. Starring Jack Black as an astronaut and Owen Wilson as the voice of his talking motorcycle Heat Vision, this was written by Dan Harmon and directed by Ben Stiller. Where has this been hiding? The intro by Ben Stiller alone is incredible. TikTok wishes it could be this ironic.
Some of you will be frightened or aroused. Still others may be entertained. As a person you admire, I'm giving you permission to appreciate this show. I'm also offering you my personal guarantee that it's going to knock you back onto your coal mining asses. And that's a promise you won't be hearing from Georgie Lucas. Hey there, Mr. Beard. How many Emmys do you have? Once again, America, I give you what you want.
3, 2, 1, ignition.
Jack Austin, astronaut. Exposed to inappropriate levels of solar energy.
Sunlight makes him the world's smartest man.
I know everything! I want that brain taken out.
Heat Vision, the motorcycle with the mind of Jack's unemployed roommate. Together they run for their lives, blocked at every turn by adventure.
Knowledge is power. For real.
It's such a shame that YouTube is cracking down on swearing because I cannot express how good this is in clean language.
Let me know when your tires start wearing down, Heat Vision.
My wheels are fine, Jack, but I could use some food.
When the motorbike talks, the headlamp flickers.
You're in front of everybody, and
Be quiet! I can't see the road when you talk.
It's self-aware.
Jack, is that blood?
Blood of tomatoes.
This could have been so iconic. Do you know what? This is iconic. There has got to be a cult following around this already.
I'm not a criminal.
Tell me your name.
Her hair's fantastic. Is it wrong to model your hair on a 90s parody of the 70s?
Psst, Jack, out here. It's Heat Vision.
Heat Vision, you gotta help me.
Jack Black is perfect in this role. Perfect. I mean, all the stars aligned for School of Rock, but this. He is indulging his every absurd impulse at every moment, and it suits him so well. So this is the moment where, due to the sunlight, Jack Black's brain swells and makes him 3 times more intelligent than the average person.
I know everything!
Someone get this show an Oscar. Someone hang this in the Louvre. Get Bob Netflix on the phone. We need more of this show.
Oh yeah, that's better.
I'm just realizing that the sentient motorbike is one of the least weird parts of this show. Listen to the emotion in Owen Wilson's voice as he portrays the pain of being a motorbike that's been pushed over.
What?
Heat Vision.
You pushed me over.
You pushed me over. If I had known then what I know now, I would have called a cab.
Look out!
During the escape, Doug was shot with an experimental ray. He merged with his bike. Doug died that day and Heat Vision was born.
I have found the best TV show ever, and there's one episode. He just ripped off that woman's bra to use as a blindfold.
Throw it away.
I want more, but I honestly don't know where they would go with this in episode 2. It's perfect. I have no idea what the commissioners of 1999 were thinking because this is it. I really enjoyed this. I was hoping it was going to be fun and the whole experience exceeded my expectations. I'm definitely up for reviewing more field pilots, so if you have any suggestions, let me know. And eventually, I'll know everything! See you next time!